hello. Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Hope everyone is safe and fine and doing great. And today I am answering question that came to me about self-confidence and how to raise my self-esteem. What can I do about that? And hello, Casey. Oh, you always make it. You don't know how much I love you. What can I do? What are tips and tricks? Well, it depends. Like, I want to change the question and like say it in another way. We have mental faculties that we never learned how to use in school, I mean. Okay. From them is thinking, perception, imagination, will. Okay. Casey, help me, Casey. We study together. Come on. Intuition. Like, we never learned how to do that. But a miracle happens and your confidence is related to that. But just like, bear with me. So, miracles happen when we shift our perception, which is one of our mental faculties. Okay, I'll say this dissected a little bit slowly. Like, for example, if you see, and thank you, Casey, if you see, like, you think of someone as your enemy, like how many friends were friends and then they thought that like they are worst people, like I can't stand her anymore. How many husbands and wives and like marriages feel, hi Raya, nice to meet you, I love you Raya. So like what, like lots of relationships started with love and then it turned into, and they turned to be enemies or they don't like each other. And I love an author, her name is Marianne Williamson, right? Why I love her? She has great books that would put you back to your senses, that will bring you and ground you back. Because when we are in the mood of like, I hate him, he did that, he took that, she did that, it's like now I am controlled by my ego. And the ego is always, it's our self-loathing masquerading as our self-love. It's like that, when you know that you're listening to your ego, it's the intuition, it's the good guy or the bad guy who's talking inside. Like, okay, so your ego is the one that always will tell you do something, and when you do it, it will blame you for doing it. For example, you may be sitting by the couch, on your couch, relaxing and having a cocoa, hot chocolate. Leave you, love you, I love you back, thank you. All right. And then you're drinking your hot chocolate and having fun and relaxing, and then something inside you would tell you, oh, you forgot the laundry, go do it. Oh, you did not call your friend today, oh, she called you. Remember what he did, like how he answered you, call him back and tell him blah 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 blah. And then you would, it's just like it's pulling you away from your ease comfort. Like now you want to be grounded, you want to have fun time, so it hates the present moment. Ego hates the present moment. It wants you always to be like all over the place. It doesn't want you to rest. It doesn't love you. It's your self-hatred masquerading, like it's disguised as self-loathing. It hates you. Okay. So what do? Then you go and you call X and you say whatever you want. And then after that, the same voice who told you to go and talk to him or to talk to her and tell her XYZ makes you feel guilty. Oh, you know what he didn't mean, you know what she didn't mean. So it's like crazy psyche inside. It's crazy. So this is ego. This is definitely ego, because it's never gonna make you feel at peace, and that's its own mission. And the bad thing is that if you have a friend who does that to you, for example, if I'm your friend and I advised you to do something and then you did it, and then I advise you to do the opposite, what would you do? Like you say, I don't want to be her friend, she's crazy. But like this guy or this lady is sitting inside you and is with you 24/7. If you are not aware of what she tells you, what he tells you 24/7, if you are not honestly aware, this is when your self-esteem goes down, because it's always like giving, like making you feel bad about yourself. It's telling you all the reasons that you're not gonna succeed. It's gonna tell you, like it's like a war starts inside. It's just like it's vicious war. It's pulling you to stay where you are. It doesn't want you to change. So if you are not aware of what you tell yourself, this is pulling away from your self-esteem. Okay. And if you do not understand that the real confidence come with power from love, not from fear, then your conception of self-esteem needs to be studied more. You need to read more about that. Because if I feel like I am successful, but because I am better than X, because I am better than Y, there is a competition between me and the others, then this is based on lack of understanding, and it doesn't last. Like the happiness is gonna bring you, it's not gonna last for good. Anything when we leave this earth, guys, when we die, we're not gonna take anything of our possessions. It will go to our whoever is gonna inherit. But you go with you. So you have to love you. You have to honor you. You have to tell her good things. Like, get used to praising her and encouraging her as much as you got addicted to giving her hard time, to make her feel bad about herself. Like, be your cheerleader. This will boost your self-esteem, because praising ourselves, we're not used to it. Even when sometimes I compliment someone, oh no, you know what, that was easy, I did it. I'm not smart, I didn't, like, they do not even accept it. They do not accept it. So you give it to you. All right. So I want to talk today about miracles happen when we shift our perception. And this happens when we ask for higher guidance. We say, like, dear God, I'm really willing to see the situation differently. And this is the miracle. Like, miracles are not only restricted to the age of messengers and prophets. Miracles can happen every second when we shift our perception from hate to love, from hate to forgiveness. Believe me, it's not for them. I'm not condoning anybody. Hi, Sabrina. I'm not condoning anyone who did something you think it's bad for you. I know it was hard, it was difficult for you, it was blah, 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 blah. I know that. But when you forgive, it's like you open space for you to grow, because you are getting lots of clutter inside you, and like as if you're like, like you're tied with an imaginary rope, like you cannot move. You're so like caged, and it's your thinking. And I love you back, Sabrina. And like the thing is that when like for example, when I was a kid, and one day I would wake up and I'm so happy because school is over and the sky is brighter and we're having fun. It was the same day that I was stressed about my test. Did anything in the environment change? No, but my perception about what's happening, that changed. So perception is one of the underestimated mental faculties that we have, and we do not use. So miracles can happen every single day. Not necessarily saying they are right. Definitely, I'm not defending them. I understand how it's painful when somebody like hurts you. I do understand and I get it. But like when you forgive, you open the space for the good you desire to come to your life. And I have experienced that many times. Well, like it's all levels. For example, if you start to notice that you're feeling bad, and then you feel like some bad energies are waking inside you, and you feel like you want to kill someone, if you notice it and you do not act on it, this is a great step. This is a great, you're disidentifying yourself from this hate. So you are not anymore identified with the hate. You're not anymore identified with the anger. And the answer, like when I'm answering, wish them well and send them love. Yes, wish them well and send them love. I agree with you, because it will dissolve over time, like within 30 days, it will definitely dissolve. But not everybody can take this step in the beginning. Why? Because they are full of anger, resentment. Resentment is suppressed anger. And when we do not express our anger on the spot, honestly, when we do not express our anger, when you buy like chicken breast and you put them in a Ziploc in the freezer, if you put them together for a while, it's like exactly like resentment accumulated. They become like one big clog. And maybe you will talk to like whoever you had this resentment, you built up resentment inside, it's building up, building up, building up, and it's choking you. All right. So if you don't vent it out, and you keep suppressing, you don't talk about it, this what happens. You will find yourself like fighting with your spouse or with your kids or with your sister over things that happened over 10 years ago or 12 years ago or like 5 months ago. And this is total insanity. So what I love about Marianne Williamson is that, like, and Eckhart Tolle, they bring it to your sense because they dissect the ego. dissect how it operates. And like it's like we have like there are lots of people who are not happy, they are stressed no matter what achievement or successes they have achieved in life. And why are they not happy? Because they are having lots of this built-in energies of resentment, of self-loathing, of self-sabotaging, of like it builds up. So that's why people go into therapy sometimes, people go and use coaches, people go and like you need help when this happens, because without it taking it out, you're like walk driving your car with the brakes on, so you cannot really drive and enjoy, because you're all clogged inside. It's all inside you, and actually, it's all mental junk, but it was not expressed. I wish it was easy that we can swallow something and then it's all gone. Sorry, Rasha, but what's the name? Marianne Williamson is Marianne, and then Williamson, Son. And she has an awesome book called The Law of Divine Compensation. And honestly, I was just reading a bit of it yesterday, and I said, like, you know what, I want to go and talk to people about this divine law of compensation, because what she says or what she explains is that sometimes we experience a big loss. You lose someone, like you maybe divorce, maybe you invested in a business and you lost all your money. The more we like get upset, well, not upset, the more we fight it, we fight the reality, the more we suffer. But the more we release it, because there is a bigger power. This is when confidence comes, the real confidence comes when we know that there is a power inside us that breathes us. You're very welcome. That breathes us, and this power is like you don't even have the power to control your breathing, right? And this power is on it all the time, and you trust it. The real confidence is when I know I am always backed up and supported and loved by God. Call it the universe, because I know there is diverse people listening to me. So, like the universe, God, whatever, for me, it's God. So, when I know that there is a bigger power, and when I know that I am supported by this power, and I release anything and I ask for a help to shift my perception, miracles happen and things come your way, because the download is available 24/7. But we block it with our mental junk. We block it with our judgment. We block it with our hatred. And when I know that this power is going to support me, and like I am not alone and I'm always safe, and everything which is happening for my own good, and it's happening for me to evolve to be a better person, and I am always growing. If I believe that life is happening for me, not against me, sometimes saying like, why this is happening? Why? Because like if you go into this cycle, you will be like moving in circles and you won't find an answer. You will have mental issues, honestly, because you're giving hate, you're giving anger, and like at the end you feel worn out, you feel you cannot talk, you feel you cannot work. But when you vent out this anger, if it was a healthy relationship, you will feel like safe to express your anger or to express your concern together. If healthy relationships are built on open communication, because there is trust. When I have my workshop, I like one of my top rules. This is a safe environment. Nobody's allowed to judge anybody, and everybody has the chance to express him or herself without being judged. And I don't judge. And it took me a while to learn how to do that. But I'm a human being, so sometimes I catch myself in this cycle, and it has never ever helped me. It would take me to the dark tunnel, and it doesn't help me. It doesn't serve me. When I vent my anger on someone else, when I vent my hatred on someone else, and then I know I say like God is my support. Well, if God is my support, and He's my support for sure, I don't hesitate or like doubt it 1%. But if I am saying like he's gonna support me and show them that they did me wrong, well, my heart honestly is not clean. If I say that, well, like if my heart is not clean, like I wishing them bad, and like because I am right and they are wrong. But like think of it from a higher perspective of awareness. Like go like so think of God. God is willing to forgive anyone who's willing to repent. God is opening chances for us 24/7. If you say there is no jobs, there is no whatever, there are jobs, there is everything, but you're blocking it with your thinking. You're blocking it with with the mental junk you're carrying in your heart. You're blocking your heart and you're blocking your mind. It's all about you. It's all about you, not about the other person, not about the circumstances. Because if we understand who we are and how we are supported by a high divine power, you will not worry. You will not get panic attacks. You will not stress because you are really taken care of. If you get panic attacks a lot, keep on repeating and holding your heart, saying, I am safe. I am safe. Everything is working for me. I am loved. I am supported. If this is something that you build up the opposite of it, like over years, unconsciously. All right. So when you like for the question about the confidence, my confidence, the real confidence is in knowing that there is a power inside me which is greater than circumstances, which is greater than anybody who wants to hurt me, which is greater than is breathing me, which is greater in like greater than the pandemic. You remember, like you have been through lots of stuff in your life and you're still here. Not all of them were easy peasy, but like you're still here and you survived. So believe that you can go through this. So I just like wanted to share this with you today. And honestly, guys, the more you're suffering, the more you are in mental agony, is because of what you are thinking about and the way you are seeing it, your perception. Ask for a miracle to shift your perception. I am willing to see this differently. Please help me, God. I willingly release my anger. I am willing to release my judgment. I am willing to release my whatever is hurting you, my resentment. Please let me see this differently. Please help me to see this differently. Let go and let God. This is the only way to bring you back to the right mindset so you can work on your goals, so you know what you want to do to prioritize your life. It's not by like crying to other people. It's not, I love you, Casey, and I thank you for joining me. And it's not by talking because nobody, I'm telling you, nobody is able to help you with anything. And what unconsciously sometimes we do is that when we talk about our problems, we pollute our friends' minds. We give them like we make them like, yeah, we like it doesn't it is not an inspiring environment. You are the source of negativity at that time. So talk to someone who can help you if you think like they can help you for that, but just not to vent it out and make decision what you really want to do. Be know what you want to do. All right. I love you all and I love your questions and I'm always happy to answer it. And just like keep on sending them and I shower you all with love. Enjoy your day. It's our life and we live it once, so live, do the best for you. Love you. Bye bye, guys.